Yes, very much so. We're getting in on it. All right, here we go, guys. Yes, every single week I am surprised, and it's a real gift to be on a show when you don't even know as an actor when you'll be, where you'll be, and who you'll get to play off of from one week to the next.
Exactly.
I mean, I hit the serious jackpot with this job, and I am very well aware of it.
What can you tease at all about the next
God,
season?
God.
Without getting in trouble.
Well, we start on Tuesday.
Okay.
So I can't tell you anything for sure that has happened because you never know. However, it's good. It's really good. We've gotten the first 3. I got the 4th last night, but I wasn't able to read it. I conked out. But Cassie has a very different journey ahead of her, and it's going to be really exciting. From my perspective, I mean, everyone has a great and interesting journey ahead of them, but from my character's perspective, I get to be the same bones of the person that I developed over the course of the 13 episodes last season, but I get to take her down a completely different road, and that it's going to be really exciting to travel her down and encounter situations that she didn't have to deal with last season.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're going to see more of the Cassie and Cole fractured romance across time.
You know what's so funny is that people really think that they had this big love affair. We never had a love scene. We never had a romance of any sort. And when we just did a bunch of press, and Aaron and I went to France and did some press, and one of the interviewers was like, "Oh, you know, Cassie, she has all these men in her life, blah, blah, blah." And I was like, "She had 2, dude. What are you talking about?" You know? And he was like, "No, Cole. They never had a love scene, you know, so they never had a real romance. It was all implied, and it was I think part of it that comes across is that it's a relationship that's so unique to anything else that it probably is on television from my perspective, but also they need each other in a way that is really desperate and resentful at the same time, and it's really special.
You can feel the longing. Over all those years, they are so hopeful in each other, and they really wish upon each other a lot to make it through some difficult situations.
I think that's very true, and I think also though they would never know each other. They would never have known each other if it weren't for these horrible circumstances. So there's also a level of resentment and frustration that they even have to know each other. But if there weren't this plague, they would never know each other. So it's a weird dichotomy of push-pull between the two of them that exists from their perspective and then within each other as well.
Well, you also get a sense that they're afraid of solving this problem because it means that their relationship would never have existed, and they lose that.
Yeah, and I think
loss.
that was something that we dealt with in episode 7. Directed by John Badham, was that Cassie had to make the call to drop the bomb, and she knew what that meant. She had also been told by Cole that she needed to do it, and what she needed to do afterwards, going forward. And you saw how challenging it was for her, what that meant, because she knew what it meant, and then going forward how she was going to live, and then what that did to her psychologically, afterwards. And there were actually scenes in the following episode that got cut out, dealing with a little bit of that. But you never know. Time travel, the scenes could always pop back up in another season. You never know.
Are you hopeful they will? Would you like the audience to see those?
There are a lot of scenes that could pop up for good and bad, I think.
Okay.
I think this season my character will be so different from what she was last year. It would only probably be in flashback type of moments. But yeah, why not? You do the work and you put your best foot forward. So if they show up, hopefully they would work within the context of the story.
And when you say different, what could you be more specific about how different she's going to be?
Sure. Well, I don't know how much I can tell you without giving you a spoiler. she becomes much more a product of her environment. So she had this evolution over the course of last season from where she started, and she was horrified at the idea of killing a person, and she was really adamantly opposed to using violence to solve this problem. The more she realized how deep the roots were to the mystery and to the bad guys, for lack of a better word, behind it, the more she realized the steps that she needed to take needed to be more and more drastic. And so going forward next season, she's in it.
More kick-ass.